All right, up next. Oh, he's a familiar face. Okay, up next is Mark. What's up, Mark?
Russell, Mark Lumia from the Inner Circle. Here's my question. I'm one of your hyper buyers. I'm probably in the top 10. I think I've bought everything you've had and everything you recommended. I have List Grow from Dillard and E5 Camp from Todd Brown. And I just signed up for Software Secrets, and I'm doing the Expert Secrets Masterclass. So my question is, when you are a hyper buyer and you buy everything like you've done in the past, how do you get focused enough to accomplish anything when you're trying to do multiple things at multiple times? I know I probably have to focus and just do one thing, but you do many different things. So just would like you to try to answer that question, and maybe that'll give me some guidance. Thanks.
All right, Mark, I think you know the answer to my question, or to your question, but I'm gonna answer it anyway for everybody else. In fact, do we have the board from last time, the 7 to 8? Okay, all right, so first off, thank you, Mark, for being a hyper buyer. I appreciate that. But what's more important than being a hyper buyer is being a hyper implementer. So the reason why I'm able to do a lot of stuff is because I implement and launch before I move on to the next thing. So I implement faster than probably any human being on planet Earth. There are a couple people in the Inner Circle that are pretty quick too. But that's the thing. So like buying everything and then learning everything doesn't do anything, right? So I'm gonna walk you through, this is, we talked about this in the last Inner Circle meeting, which I don't think you were at, so this is good for everyone and for you especially. So basically, you look through like, here's the progression of companies, right? From 0 to a million, million to 10, 10 to 100, okay? So 0 to a million, the first thing you're trying to figure out is this, is the what and the how. What are you selling and how are you selling it? Okay, and you know you figured that out because as soon as you figure that out, going from 0 to $1 million is really, really simple. But prior to that, sometimes it takes people a month, 6 months, a year, 5 years, 10 years, like there's a bunch of stuff. But as soon as you figure out like, what is it that I'm selling and what's the sales mechanism, so the what and how, what am I selling that people actually want, not what I want to create and sell, but like what do people actually want? So what's the what, and then how am I actually selling? What's the process? What's the funnel? What's the way, the mechanism I'm going to use to sell it? When you figure that out, as soon as you figure out exactly what people want and how they want to get it, then it blows up, right? And you get to $1 million fast. If you read Expert Secrets, that's what this is all about. During phase number 1, you're figuring out who you are as the leader, figuring out your cause, you're figuring out your new opportunity, you're creating your opportunity. Oh, these both say stack. Well, one should be switch, one should be stack. You're up switch and your stack. So this is Expert Secrets. Go back and read this book, and that's helping you figure out the what and the how. You figure that out, then it jumps over here and jumps over here, right? So the next phase, I'm not gonna go deep in this, but this phase we focus on acquisition, ascension, monetization funnels, and then phase number 3, we talk about scaling traffic, okay? All right, so for you gotta realize like, where am I in this business right now? Like, and so, okay, and this comes back to being a hyper buyer. Like I sell a lot of stuff because I have people that are all different phases of this. Doesn't mean you should buy, well, you should, but for most people you shouldn't. I'm just kidding. You don't have to buy everything. You have to look like, where am I in my business? Some things Russell creates are for people here to get them to figure out the what and the how and how to sell, right? So we have programs, products, books, things that are all focused on this. Okay? And so if that's the phase you're in your business trying to figure out the what and the how, like trying to get something that makes it $1 million quick, like buy products and services that help facilitate that and then implement them like crazy. Don't start focusing on like these things and these things because you haven't figured that piece out first, right? And then, so for me, like when I make an investment decision, I'm looking at, okay, where am I in my business? Does this thing that's coming across my desk, is this the next logical step for me to take? If it is, then I jump in. If it's not, then I say, okay, this is not for me right now. Maybe in the future, this makes a lot of sense, but not today. Today, this is the phase that I'm in my business, okay? And so it's looking at things like that. And then again, a big piece of it is like, understanding that and then becoming not a hyper buyer but a hyper implementer. So you get the thing, just stop and then implement it. And don't do anything else like blinders on until that thing's implemented and launched. And when it's launched, it's like, cool. So if you, Mark, what I would say, based on all the stuff you just bought, the only thing I would be doing if I was you is Expert Secrets Masterclass. The other thing I would do, I go back to a year and a half ago when you were in Boise and I did your webinar live. I would watch that recording, that video, and I would just copy that because I already gave you your webinar. I already did it for you, and it's all you need. Like I would just do nothing except for that and just focus on that one thing. And then launch the webinar, get it working. Then after that works, then guess what? E5 is a great product. E5 fits in this phase of the thing right here. Software Secrets fits probably in this phase, maybe in this phase, but probably more so in this phase for you, for what you're actually doing. And so look at those things and put them in chronological order, what makes sense. Don't try to like brain dump and learn everything because then you just get a headache and you get overwhelmed, all that kind of stuff. Figure out where you are and is this thing going to help you get the next step in your journey. If it is, jump in. If not, blinders. Put it away. Don't worry about it right now. So, is that good?
Yeah, that was wicked.
All right, there you go. Mark, if I have to get you, I'm going to kick you if you're doing two things when you show up next Inner Circle meeting. You're allowed to do one. And I should be launching that webinar that I already did for you a year and a half ago. So there you go. Love you, Mark. All right, dropping the mic.
Whoa.
Want more marketing secrets? If so, then go get your copies of my 2 best-selling books. Book number 1 is called Expert Secrets, and you can get a free copy at expertsecrets.com. And book number 2 is called .com Secrets, and you can get your free copy at .comsecrets.com. Inside these 2 books, you'll find my top 35 secrets that we've used to become the fastest growing non-VC-backed SaaS startup company in the world.